Somebody is asking, why is it important that we know something about aliens? I'm assuming it is somebody who has listened to a lot of the seminars on YouTube, because I do talk about aliens a lot, and I do notice the people in the audience many times get this blank look on their face, like, I'm not interested, tell me something else, that kind of look. So I think one of those people is asking the questions, why is it so important for me to know about aliens? It doesn't have to be important if you don't want it to be. You could just ignore the subject completely. But aliens will have so much to do with our future. Just like the world is mixing up and you can find every race now in almost every country, this is how it's going to be in our future with aliens. Earth will be something like, I don't want to mention cities because now almost every city in the world has people from every country in the world in it. But that is how Earth will be as well. There will be aliens living here from millions of planets in our galaxy and traveling back and forth. So it would help us to know more about them. Even people who work with aliens, because there are already people who work with aliens, work meaning, I can't think of another word now. In plain English, it'll just be, I work with aliens, but it doesn't mean it's a job. Even those people know very little about aliens. We know so little compared to what there is to know. And we have met so few compared to what exists out there. We have heard this before, and I would like to repeat it to convince you that it is true. We have heard before that there are more civilizations in our universe than there are grains of sand on our beaches. Can you imagine this? Just try to imagine it. And then ask yourself, is it important for me to know something about aliens? I'll have to tell you, it is very important. You don't need to know the details, you don't need to know who they are. Simply be aware of the fact that aliens will be living among us. They already do actually, but they will be living among us in massive numbers very soon. Earth is a very interesting planet. And many of them will come to visit. Some will be based here for a few years. Some will choose to live here. Some will work as counselors for our transition. Some will work as advisors, again for our transition. They're not going to take over. That isn't their plan, to take over Earth. If they want to take over Earth, they can kill us very, very fast. And for those people who think that they're right. For those people who say that the aliens are much more advanced, they have more advanced weapons, and they could kill us. I remember I was giving an alien seminar in Istanbul, and somebody asked the question. Somebody said they have better weapons than us. They could easily come and kill us. And whoever was channeling through me at that moment said, if we want to kill you, we don't need weapons. We simply show you your truth, and you will die instantly. And if we have not done this yet, it's because we don't need you dead. So we can let go of the notion that they're going to kill us and that we have to have a defense system and that we need to have Star Wars and all those things. These things make billions and billions of dollars, and this is why it's a good business. But we don't need a defense system against the aliens. If they wanted us dead, we would be dead by now. So since that is out of the way, let's focus on the positive. Of course there are aliens that are not positive. Why are we all positive? Let's focus on the positive ones. And simply say something like, whenever you, let me start this again. Whenever you think of aliens, simply say something like, I'm ready for you. That's all. They will get the message. They will. When the aliens do come into your living room for tea or for coffee, they will be the aliens that come from your planet, meaning from where you were before you came to Earth. It won't be someone that doesn't know you, because they don't know your energy, they cannot work with you, and they don't need you. They're not going to come. The ones that do come will be your people from back home. So feel safe. Do not be afraid. They have this energy that they send you anyway, and you wouldn't be afraid. Simply because you feel the energy. You feel good when they are around. Let's see what else I can say about knowing something about the aliens. Too many people waste time with exactly who are they, what is their name, what do they want. We are thinking too logically. These are multi-dimensional beings. They are more than just one thing. Excuse me. It is difficult to go to a multi-dimensional being that exists in so many dimensions at the same time and say, who exactly are you? I want your name. I have to know. This is three-dimensional thinking, and it's difficult for them to get into, to give you a three-dimensional answer. So don't waste your time with something like that. And do stop thinking that they're going to kill us. We do a very good job of that ourselves, killing ourselves. We don't need them to kill us. We will be walking down the street very soon, and just like now in one city you see people from many nations, very soon we will be seeing beings from many star nations. Get used to it without too much drama, because they don't do drama. They will avoid you if you play the drama card. And if they avoid you, think for one moment. Who is losing out? They can give you so much. They can give you ideas. Us. They can give us ideas. They can give us experiences. So if you don't like them, they won't come to you. They will respect that. But who's missing out? Do you think they are missing out if you don't like them? Prepare. Let's prepare people meaning our people, our civilization, our earth people. Let's prepare them for the fact that we're going to share Earth with aliens very, very soon. Also, don't focus too much about when is the government going to tell us that aliens exist. That's not the government's job. It really isn't. The government's job is to keep the status quo. Because whoever made it rich got into the government and is trying to protect their investment. We all do this. Stop blaming the 1%. We all do this. We have a little coffee shop, and if another coffee shop opens in the same street or next door, we feel threatened. We don't want to lose our business. That's exactly what this 1% is doing. It's human nature. Simply because we are still living in survival mode. We still think there isn't enough. That's why they are trying to protect their investment. Because they truly believe that there isn't enough. However, things like this give us, the 99%, opportunities to ask different questions, to start thinking. We do need to start thinking. I remember an episode of Sherlock Holmes where he was saying, think. It's the new sexy. It is the new sexy. Think. Think. Don't just blurt out whatever bullshit you have heard from other people. Think first. Think for yourself. So these people that are hoarding all the money, or that are afraid in case they lose their money, they are really giving us opportunities to become more of who we really are and to express more of who we really are. So of course they're not going to tell you that, you know what, aliens exist, and yes, some of us do business with aliens. So this is why it is important that we know at least something about aliens. I would recommend we know as much as possible. However, there is so much out there that it's impossible to know as much as possible. It's just not possible. The numbers are mind-boggling. We don't have enough zeros to add to a number, so we'll know how many civilizations are out there. Not how many aliens, how many civilizations. And some civilizations occupy more than one planet. They occupy a solar system. And they're still called one civilization. Just keep saying, you know what, I'm ready for the aliens. You can make it humorous if you like. Start telling your friends. Say things like, I'm waiting for the aliens. Or when your friends are being really dramatic over nothing, say to them, you know what, honey? The aliens are coming soon. I can't worry about this right now. Say things like that. Of course they're going to make fun of you. So what? You will dislodge something in their brain, and then when the aliens do come, instead of them going into a panic, they will simply call you. That's all. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh yes, many people keep asking me, when? When are they coming? I really don't know. To be honest, I thought they would have already been here en masse. Of course, they are here already in small numbers. They have been here for a very long time. But again, don't waste time with when. Give me a date. When? Why? Do you know why we ask when? Because we don't believe it's going to happen. And because we don't believe it's going to happen, we want to know the exact time. I remember once, we're going away from aliens now. I remember once I had a client on the phone, and as soon as he called me, I said, are you applying, excuse me, it was something about business. Are you trying to get a new business deal or make a business deal with somebody? Yes, the answer. And I said, I think it's going to happen next week because I can feel it so strongly. What day of the week? And I replied, I think Monday or Tuesday because I'm seeing the beginning of the week. Even that was not enough for him. And he asks, in the morning or in the afternoon? Does it really matter? But when you don't believe it's going to happen, you do need the exact minute and second. And then if it doesn't happen that exact minute and second, you say, well, it didn't happen then. Right. This is where we say, get a life. I usually say, get a brain. So if you want to know exactly when, you don't really trust they're coming. So let it go with the when, and keep saying to the universe and to the aliens, they listen to you. Earth is a reality show for other planets. Every word you have ever said, they have heard. Every thought you have ever had, they know about. So just say, I'm ready for you. Whenever you come, I am ready for you. And that way, it will be a smooth landing. I think I'll leave it at that because I can talk about aliens for hours and hours and hours.